Hello guys, welcome back. In this video, we are going to set up the login and register page. We are not coding everything from scratch. I'll provide you guys with the design. So this is the login page. So just click here and open with Live Server. You can find the code in this video description. So there is it. This is what we have for the login page. So we have the username and email. We have password, and also we have forget password, we have remember me, then we have the sign in, then we also have sign up. As you can see, this is what we have. I have the functionality to enter in something here, as you can see. Not only that, we also have tab keyboard navigation, so ability for the user to navigate using the keyboard. So when I press the tab key, as you can see over here, I have the functionality to navigate the pages. We also have the register page, that's the sign up. The register page to have the full name, username, email, password, then confirm password. We also have functionality to show password, as you can see here. So when the user enter in something here, then click on show password. So as you can see, they are saying that password do not match, which is correct because you have not entered in something here. And also we have small client side validation, as you can see. So when I click again, as you can see over my test is showing here, which is here, which is working. Okay, then we have our copyright. For now, this one is static, it's not dynamic, so we'll make it dynamic. Now let's go back to the code and let me explain it. In the next video, I'll explain how you create your own favorite icon and also how to generate your own favorite icon if you have an image. So I'll explain how to do that. Okay, so this is my, let's go to the register.html. Okay, so this is what I have. So I created two variables, one for show button, then one for password field. So what I did is that the password button is having an ID. This is a show password. So it's having an ID of password. You get, so I use document get element by ID. Then I store it inside a variable. So when the user click on it, you get, for now I set the password visible to false. That's the visibility of the password to false. So when the user click on show password, what we did is that we set, so when the user, we set this one to true. So if it's false, then set it to true. If it's true, set it to false. So that's what this one is doing. So it toggle the password visibility state. That's the state of the password. For now, the state is false, as you can see here. Now we look through the field because we have two input field here. We have two input field. That's for the password and the confirm password. We have two. So we look through them to check if we are using for each, because it's an array. So we are using for each to look through the field. Then we check and see if the field dot type has a password visible. This one, if this one is true, then set it to test, else password. So that's what this logic is doing. Then we update the icon. Which icon am I talking about? For now, there is no icon. Okay. It's being okay, no problem. Then we have the test here, hide password and show password, right? For accessibility sake, we also add this label to it. Do you get me? Then we also have validation for validate full name, validate username, validate email, validate password, validate confirm password. Okay, so let me show you the function for validate full name, which is this one. So we are getting the full name from the input field, that's the full name, then error element, then form group. You get me? Then we attach the error. So for instance, with this one, as you can see, so when I click on the tab, since the full name is empty, as you can see here, we are getting error message showing please enter your full name, right? Okay. Because we need to validate it. So we'll do the client side validation, then we'll do the server. We need to do both, right? So we'll do client side validation and server side validation. So don't worry. We also have validate username. I'll suggest you just read through the code. It's very easy for you to understand it. Okay, so read through the code. If there's any issue or if there is something you want me to explain, just let me know. Comment in this video description. I will explain everything to you. We have clear alert. That's the error message, right? So if there is no error, then what are we supposed to clear it, right? So that's what this one is doing. Then we have set up indices. Do you get me? So this one will allow us to set. If not that, over here too, when I click on the tab, here will be showing here. I don't want that. I want specific areas that the tab must work. So when the user use the keyboard to navigate the page, I want specific areas that are important to me. That's the full name, username, email, password, confirm password, show password, account, or even sign in. That's very important, man. Maybe the copyright if you want. So when I click on it, you realize that full name, username, email, show password, create account, and can barrier. This one is not appearing because our interest is not on that area. But if we are not specific, if we are not specific, then this part will also be showing, which we don't want that, right? Okay. I realize that some of the stuff are repeating. You get me? That's why we have the share folder. The share folder over here will contain all the reusable code, the code that we can use in other places. We'll place it in the shared code. Do you get me? So before we do that, we need to change the extension. Now it's login.html, but let's make it login.php. You get me? So this one, rename it to maintain the name for login, but instead of HTML to be PHP. And this one to remove it, instead of register.html to be PHP. Do you get me? Okay. Then inside the shared, create a new file. We'll call it header or auth because we have a lot of header. So let's call it auth underscore header dot php. So this one is specifically for the register, login, email verification, forget password and stuff. So this header will be for all. So we are using one star for it. So we have a star here, auth.css. It's also easy to understand. So you just read through. Then if there is any issue, just comment in this video description and let me know. So what we need to do is cut. We can even choose to cut it from here. If you want, we can, because realize that it's the same, but to be safe, what we need to do, let's cut it from here and paste it here. Then over here, just open your PHP tag. So this one is how we open our PHP tag. Then let's use require underscore once to include require underscore once. Then the file name is inside a shared folder, so we call it shared, then auth underscore header dot php, then semicolon. We are getting error because we need to close it, so then the question mark, then close. This is how we close our. Okay, so now let's go back to our browser. Okay, cancel this one. So this one will be, let's say, login dot php. Okay, so now this is what we have. It's working. Okay, now copy this one from here. Go to your register.php, remove this one from here. But before that, let's go here. Okay, just remove it for now. Just remove it and paste this one here. Now let's go to our register. So we need to also change the link. It's not register.html, it's rather register.php. So let's go to the footer. So this one, instead of login.html, it should be login.php. Then here to be register.php. Okay. Now let's refresh it. Now, as you can see now, when we click on it's working. But the issue is that the title remains the same. You get in the page title remains, which we don't want that. So we need to add a logic to our, so over here at the top of it here will be open your PHP tag. You know why I will close it here. So it will be dollar page title. So we are declaring a variable copy is equal to dollar page title, then two question mark. Over in the string will be create create account dash StoryFlow. So copy this one from here, then paste it here. Then it will be semicolon here. Good. Now copy this one from here. Then go to your login.php. Then over here, let's do it well. Over here will be dollar page title is equal to, then paste it here. Then semicolon here. Okay. Now let's go back to our alt underscore header. Then over here, just open up your PHP tag. So we use this one to also echo. So if you don't want that, you can just type echo if you want. Then HTML special char. Then over here, you paste in the variable, that's dollar page title, then semicolon. Okay. So now let's go back to our page and refresh it and see what is happening. Look at here. Let's refresh it. So we are getting what? Page title. That's what we are getting. So there is an issue here which we need to rectify it. Page title, page title, which is this one. So what is the issue? Echo HTML special char. So let's do var underscore dam to check what is the issue. Var underscore dam dollar page title, then semicolon. Okay, now refresh it. Yeah, it's working. Create account dash StoryFlow. So why? Okay, so let's do it this way and see. Okay, it's working. Now, the first one, the reason is that we forgot to add a PHP tag. We just echo. So if we want to use this approach, then you need to add a PHP tag attached to it. So if you don't want to use this approach, then this one will be fine. But if you want to use the other approach, then you need to add a PHP before the echo. So after the PHP keyword, you add echo and HTML special char. So now let's remove this one. I'll explain the code. I've not explained this line. I'll explain it what we are trying to do. Now refresh it. So as you can see here, we are getting what? Create account dash StoryFlow. Now let's go back to the login. Login, we are getting what? Login slash StoryFlow. So what is really happening? So this is what we are trying to do. We are checking to see whether the page title is set. This page title is set. So if this page title is set, then use this one. If not, then use create account story. So that's what is happening. So over here, realize that we declare a variable here calling it what? Page title, which is this one. Okay, so it's a global variable. So it's inside here. It's inside this one. So okay, it's set. It's set. Then use that one. That's why in the login page, we are seeing what? Login story. It's coming from this variable page title. But if it's not set, if it's not set, if we are in the register page, realize that we have not declared any variable here. We are just using the include file, that's the auth underscore header.php. We are not using, or we have not declared any variable here. So it's not set. So if it's not set, I'm telling him, so I'm setting it manually that okay, then create an account that StoryFlow. So which is this one. So if you go to the register page again, which is this one. So our logic is working fine. For now, let's leave this one. We'll work on this one, but for the meantime, let's leave it like this for now. It's still static for now, which is okay. We'll also move this one to this specialized place, but for now, let's leave it like this for now. It's okay. And this one to work on it, right, step by step. So see you in the next video. I'm going to explain how I generated a favorite icon, which is this icon here, how I generated it. So I'm going to show you how to generate your own favorite icon and use it for your project. So see you in the next video.